My child, listen closely now as I uncover the parts of your life you never realized were divine signals. I am about to show you the 6 moments when I called you. 6 times when heaven stretched toward you. 6 interruptions sent to protect you, save you, and guide you. You did not ignore me because you did not care. You ignored me because you did not understand what I was doing. You thought those moments were random, but they were me reaching out to pull you away from danger. You were overwhelmed, distracted, tired, unsure, confused, and you could not recognize my voice inside the noise around you. But now the 6th call has already passed. That is why I am speaking with such urgency right now. My beloved child, the first time I called you was in the quiet tug you felt in your heart. That strange feeling that told you to slow down, pause, and think again about your direction. You felt a shift, a whisper, a thought that said, something is not right. But you pushed it aside because life felt too heavy and too fast. You told yourself it was just stress or exhaustion. But it was me, gently trying to warn you before danger approached. I saw what you could not see. I knew what was forming ahead of you. I tried to pull you aside to protect you, but you did not know it was my voice guiding you. So you continued walking. The second time I called you was through the delay you grew upset about. The door you wanted opened suddenly shut. The plan you were excited for fell apart. Something you wished for slipped out of your hands. You felt confused and disappointed. You wondered why things did not work out. You thought the delay meant you were being punished. But it was not punishment. It was protection. I blocked the path because it would have drained you. I closed the door because it would have broken you. You saw rejection, but I was offering rescue. I stopped you from walking into something the enemy planned to harm you with. But because you could not see ahead, you believed the delay was a mistake instead of a message. The third time I called you was in the dream you forgot too quickly. The dream that shook your spirit. The dream that felt like a warning. You woke up with your heart racing. You felt it was important, but you brushed it off. You distracted yourself until it faded. But that dream was me showing you what was happening around you in the spirit. I spoke through symbols because your mind was finally quiet enough to hear. But you returned to your routine and the message disappeared from your memory. I was trying to protect you through that dream. The fourth time I called you was when I removed someone from your life. Someone you thought you needed. Someone you wanted to hold on to. Someone who felt familiar, comfortable, or exciting. You tried to keep them near, but they were weakening your spirit and pulling you away from me without you noticing it. I could not let that continue, so I removed them. Not to hurt you, but to save you. You cried, you questioned, you felt abandoned. But that sudden break was divine protection. You thought you were rejected, but you were being rescued. The fifth time I called you was through the heartbreak that crushed you. The moment when everything inside you felt like it collapsed. When the pain was too deep for words and too heavy for your heart to carry. That heartbreak was not me hurting you. It was me removing what could not remain. I allowed the pain because sometimes pain is the only voice loud enough to pull a wandering heart back to me. In your tears, you reached for me with honesty and desperation. I was calling you through your sorrow. The heartbreak was not abandonment. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. It was an open door for healing in my presence. The 6th time I called you was through the sudden heaviness that came over your spirit. That deep pressure you could not explain. That spiritual weight that made you feel uneasy but you did not know why. That heaviness was not weakness. It was a spiritual alert. Warfare was rising. Darkness was approaching. The enemy was preparing an attack, and your spirit felt it before your mind understood it. I whispered to you, come closer. Pray. Stay alert. But life kept pulling your attention away. You did not realize the heaviness was a call to safety. You were not ignoring me out of rebellion. You were overwhelmed, tired, and carrying too much on your own. But my child, these 6 calls were not random. They were not coincidences. They were not accidents. Every interruption, every delay, every dream, every loss, every shift in your heart was my voice speaking in the middle of your story. But this moment now is different. This message is not hidden. It is direct, urgent, and carrying the full weight of heaven behind it. My child, listen to me now. This is your wake-up call. This is your turning point. This is your lifeline. I will not let you walk into what is coming unprepared. Stay near me. Let me speak to your heart. This moment is the one heaven has been waiting for. My child, listen with all the stillness inside you. Because now I must reveal why this moment carries a weight unlike anything you have felt before. I am speaking urgently because something dangerous is forming around you. Something you cannot avoid through your own strength. Something you cannot escape through your own wisdom. This is not to frighten you. This is to prepare you. This is to shield you. This is to realign you before the storm reaches you. I am speaking loudly because time is short. You have felt pressure in your spirit but you could not understand it. You felt tired in ways sleep could not fix. You felt overwhelmed by things that normally would not trouble you. You felt confusion trying to settle in your mind. These were not random emotions. They were spiritual signals. They were signs the atmosphere around you was shifting. They were signs of warfare growing. They were signs of the enemy preparing a strategy. I saw it before you felt it. I saw the trap forming while you were too tired to notice. I saw the attack rising while you were busy fighting battles I never asked you to carry alone. My child, ignoring my voice has consequences. Not because I punish you, but because when you walk without me, you walk unprotected. When you make decisions without me, you choose paths that are not designed for you. When danger rises, small steps away from me become wide open doors the enemy tries to use against you. That is why I am speaking like this now. I am not angry. I am protective. I am not disappointed. I am determined. I am not condemning you. I am calling you. Calling you back. Calling you higher. Calling you into safety. This warning is not to shame you. It is to save you. When I speak urgently, it means the season has shifted. A decision is coming. A choice will open one door and close another. The next steps of your journey carry spiritual weight. If you ignore me again, you will face something I tried to protect you from. The enemy has studied you. He knows where you are tired. He knows where you feel empty. He knows where your wounds still bleed. He knows the patterns you return to. He knows the people who influence you. And he is preparing an attack that hits your weakest point. But I am revealing it before it reaches you. I am exposing it before it unfolds. I am warning you so you will not walk into it blindly. My child, you have been spiritually drifting. Not because you wanted to leave me, but because life has been heavy and your heart has been tired. You became numb, not because you do not care, but because you have been surviving instead of resting in me. A drifting heart cannot discern danger. A tired spirit cannot notice deception. A numb soul cannot hear warnings. That is why my tone has changed. That is why my message feels heavier. Heaven is intervening. This is your turning moment. I am reaching for you. I am protecting you. I am ready to lead you safely through the storm that is forming. But you must listen now. You must stay close. You must follow my voice. My child, listen carefully because now I must reveal what is rising around you. The danger is real, but so is my protection. The attack is real, but so is my covering. The enemy is moving, but I am standing in front of you. I will not let what is coming destroy you, but you must obey now. You must stay near me now. You must respond now. Because I called you 6 times before, and now I am calling you again, loudly, clearly, urgently, because what is coming requires your full attention and your full surrender. Say Amen. If God is your protector, declare it in faith. My child, this is your moment to rise, return, and be restored. I am with you. I will defend you. I will guide you. And I will not let you fall. You are mine. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. My child, listen closely now as I continue speaking to you with the same weight, the same love, and the same urgency. I am not finished. Heaven is not finished. Your story is not finished. You must hear the rest because what I am about to reveal will open your eyes, steady your heart, and prepare your spirit. Take a breath. Be still. Let these words settle deep inside you. My child, after I called you 6 times, something began to shift in the spiritual realm. Something you did not feel at first. Something you did not see. Something you did not understand. But it was real. And now I must reveal it to you. When you hesitated, when you delayed, when you allowed the noise of life to drown out my voice, a door opened in the unseen world. Not because you wanted it. Not because you chose it. But because distraction creates space the enemy tries to fill. And that is what happened. You began to feel heavier than usual. You began to feel confused by things you normally understood. You began to feel emotional about small things. You began to feel empty even when you were surrounded by people. You began to feel pressure, weakness, and spiritual tiredness. These were not coincidences. They were consequences of ignoring the 6 calls I placed over your life. But hear me carefully. This is not judgment. This is revelation. I am not rebuking you. I am rescuing you. I am showing you what happened so you can stand up again. So you can fight again. So you can hear me clearly again. My beloved child, after the 6th call, something dangerous approached you quietly. Not physically. Spiritually. Emotionally. Mentally. It came slowly, gently, as if it was harmless. But it was not harmless. The enemy tried to plant a seed of discouragement in your heart. A seed that whispered, "You're tired. You're losing strength. You're slipping. You're alone." But those words were lies. Lies wrapped in exhaustion. Lies wrapped in confusion. Lies wrapped in feelings you did not understand. My child, I let you feel that heaviness only so you would realize how much you need my voice. How deeply you depend on my guidance. How dangerous it is to walk without my covering. But I never left you. I never abandoned you. And I never planned to let you sink into darkness. After the 6th call, I watched you. I covered you. I shielded you even when you were unaware. I protected your mind from collapsing. I protected your heart from breaking. I protected your spirit from slipping into a pit you could never climb out of alone. This is why I am speaking so loudly now. This is why my tone has changed. This is why heaven is pouring this message into your life. Because what is coming next requires your full attention. Your full obedience. Your full trust. Your full connection to me. You must understand this clearly. The enemy did not just want to discourage you. He wanted to distract you long enough to pull you off your destiny. He wanted to weaken your focus so he could bring the wrong people into your life. He wanted to cloud your mind so you could not discern danger. He wanted to pull you backward into old habits, old hurts, and old patterns. He wanted you numb. He wanted you tired. He wanted you spiritually asleep. But I would not allow that. I fought for you. I intervened for you. I surrounded you even when you could not feel me. My child, the reason the pressure increased is because your purpose is increasing. Your calling is awakening. Your destiny is rising. And darkness is terrified of what I placed inside you. You may not see yourself the way heaven sees you, but the enemy does. And that is why the battlefield has been so intense. But listen to me now. The sixth call was not the end. It was the turning point. The moment where heaven drew a line and said, "No more. This child will not fall. This child will not be taken. This child will not be lost." Something powerful is about to shift in your life. Something is about to open. Something is about to break. Something is about to move. And you must be spiritually awake so you can receive it. My child, your heart has been tired. Your emotions have been stretched. Your mind has been overloaded. You have been trying to stay strong while feeling weak inside. You have been encouraging others while struggling silently. You have been holding everything together while your own soul has been calling out for rest. I see it. I have always seen it. But now I will heal it. Now I will lift it. Now I will restore it. You have been numb because your spirit has been overworked. You have been quiet because your heart has been overwhelmed. You have been withdrawn because your soul has been bruised. You have been questioning because you no longer understand what you feel. But I understand. And I am here to restore clarity. To restore strength. To restore peace. To restore you. My child, you must let me touch the places you hide. You must let me heal the wounds you avoid. You must allow me to remove the burdens you pretend you can carry alone. Your heart has been fighting battles silently. But I am not calling you to survive. I am calling you to be healed. The confusion inside you is not because you are lost. It is because your spirit has been stretched between what was and what will be. You are in a transition you do not fully understand yet. A spiritual shift that has pulled you out of old seasons but has not yet revealed the new one. That is why everything feels unsettled. That is why emotions rise and fall without warning. That is why decisions feel heavy. That is why your soul feels tired. You are in the middle. Between your past and your promise. Between who you were and who you are becoming. Between old battles and new breakthroughs. But I am with you in the middle. I am guiding you step by step. I am covering you moment by moment. I am strengthening you breath by breath. And now I take your hand again. This is where I continue. This is where your heart begins to awaken again. This is where your spirit starts to rise again. This is where I lift the heaviness that has been sitting on your soul. Because the danger that was rising around you has failed. And the blessing that is rising for you cannot be stopped. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not losing yourself. You are not failing. You are being rebuilt. You are being revived. You are being restored. You are being strengthened. You are being prepared. And you are stepping into a season where my voice will guide you clearly. My hand will cover you fully. And my presence will surround you powerfully. My child, listen to me. Your story is shifting. Your spirit is rising. Your purpose is waking up. This is the moment heaven has been waiting for. This is your turning point. This is your comeback. This is your restoration. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. My child, listen carefully, because I am not finished speaking to you. You reached the place in the message where the weight of truth began to settle in your spirit, but there is more I need to reveal. You stopped reading at the place where heaven began opening a window over your life, and now I will open the door. I am taking you deeper so you can understand the full picture of what has been happening around you, especially concerning your son, your home, and the battles you have been fighting silently. You have been carrying fear like a hidden stone in your chest. You have been carrying questions you did not speak out loud. You have been wondering if the warnings you felt were real, or if you imagined them. My child, the warnings were real. The heaviness was real. The discomfort in your spirit was real. And the voice you kept hearing in the back of your thoughts was not just your conscience. It was me. I was pulling you, slowing you down, and trying to get your attention before the situation grew worse. You must understand something very important. When I warn you, it is never to frighten you. It is to prepare you, protect you, and position you. You thought the crisis was coming to destroy your son, but I allowed the warning to come because I am preparing to deliver him. What looked like danger was actually a doorway. What looked like a threat was actually a turning point. What looked like a breakdown was actually the beginning of a breakthrough. Your son has been walking toward the edge of a place he does not understand. He has been surrounded by voices that do not speak life. He has been influenced by people whose intentions are not pure. He has been tempted by choices that look harmless on the outside but carry spiritual traps underneath. And you have noticed it. You saw the shift. You felt the distance. You sensed the spiritual fog around him. You prayed, you worried, you cried, and you did everything you knew, but you still felt powerless. But hear me. You are not powerless. Your prayers shook foundations. Your faith interrupted cycles. Your tears activated intervention. And your persistence opened the door for heaven to step in ahead of time. What is happening right now is not the enemy gaining ground. It is heaven announcing that the enemy no longer has permission to move freely in your son's life. Your son has been running from something he does not understand. He has been carrying pain he never processed. He has been fighting battles he never told you about. He has been trying to appear strong even when he is exhausted. He has been saying, "I'm fine," even when he is not. But the real battle is spiritual. The real warfare is unseen. And the real breakthrough must come from me. This is why you felt the urgency so strongly. This is why your spirit began to tremble. This is why you could not rest. This is why your heart kept feeling like something was about to happen. It was not panic. It was prophecy. It was not fear. It was discernment. It was not imagination. It was revelation. I was showing you that something was approaching your son's life, not to destroy him, but to rescue him. I am about to pull your son away from the trap that was set for him. I am about to cut off the influence that has been dragging him in the wrong direction. I am about to expose the person who meant him harm. I am about to break the addiction that tried to enter his life. I am about to shut the door that the enemy attempted to open. And I am about to bring your son back into alignment with his destiny. The threat you saw was not the final story. The fear you felt was not the conclusion. The danger that was forming was something I allowed you to sense so you would stand in the gap. And you did. You stood. You prayed. You covered. You fought. You did not give up. You did not step back. You did not collapse. You did not let the enemy claim victory over your child. And because of that, I am moving. There is a moment coming soon, a moment that will shake your son awake. A moment that will interrupt his path. A moment that will turn his heart. A moment that will force him to see the truth. A moment that will stop him from continuing down the wrong road. And even though it may feel sudden, even though it may feel intense, even though it may feel like a confrontation, understand this. It is divine interference. It is heavenly intervention. It is the moment I step in and say, enough. Your son will not be destroyed. Your son will not be taken. Your son will not lose his future. Your son will not fall into the enemy's plan. Your son will not be swallowed by darkness. I have placed an invisible shield around him. I have assigned angels to him. I have marked him with my hand. And though he wandered, I never removed my eyes from him. Do not fear the process. Do not fear what you see. Do not fear the next few days. Do not fear the sudden shift. What looks like chaos will actually bring clarity. What looks like trouble will bring transformation. What looks like a crisis will bring correction. What looks like loss will bring deliverance. And what looks like danger will bring direction. Your son will rise from this. Your home will be restored. The confusion will lift. The heavy cloud will leave. The strange tension you felt will break. The spiritual pressure will release. And the peace that left for a season will return with greater strength. So breathe, my child. Rest your heart. Let your spirit settle. I am not bringing destruction. I am bringing deliverance. I am not sending danger. I am sending alignment. I am not allowing loss. I am releasing protection. I am not closing your family's story. I am rewriting it. Now lift your faith. Steady your mind. Speak life over your son. Cover him with peace. Declare protection. And trust that the God who warned you is the same God who will rescue him. This is the turning point. This is the shift. This is the divine intervention. And this is the moment I restore what the enemy tried to take. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100, as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it.